The Senate will come to order. Mr. Schaffler, please call the roll.
Senators Amabile, Baisley, Ball, Bridges, Bright, Carson, Catlin, Cutter, Danielson, Doherty, Exum, Frizzell.
Excused.
Gonzalez,
Excused.
Hendrickson, Judah, Kip, Kirkmeyer, Kolker, Liston, Lundeen, Marchman, Michelson Genet,
Excused.
Mullica, Pelton B, Pelton R, Pelton R,
Excused. Oh, he's right there.
Rich, Roberts, Rodriguez, Simpson, Snyder, Sullivan, Wiseman, Winter, We good? Senate District 17 vacant. Mr. President.
What? You said you want Lundeen to do it or me? For DRAFTA? Yeah.
Cleve's doing it,
Please do. Okay, good.
but we're going to do them after. It's a short calendar.
Gotcha. Let's do this. The morning roll call is 31 present, 0 absent, 3 excused, 1 vacant. We have a quorum. Senator Snyder, would you please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Thank you, Mr. President. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Approval of the journal. Senator Rich.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that the Senate Journal of February 26, 2025 be approved as corrected by the Secretary.
You've heard the motion. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, no. Wow, the ayes have it, and the motion is adopted. Senate Services.
Correctly printed, Senate Bill 181, 182, and 183, Senate Joint Resolution 8. Correctly re-engrossed, Senate Bill 24, 77, 86, 140, and 151. Correctly re-revised, House Bill 1002 and 1030. Correctly enrolled, Senate Bill 82.
Committee reports.
Committee on Appropriations. After consideration on the merits, the committee recommends the following. Senate Bill 170 be referred to the Committee of the Whole with favorable recommendation and with the recommendation that it be placed on the consent calendar. Committee on Appropriations. After consideration on the merits, the committee recommends the following. Senate Bill 180 be referred to the Committee of the Whole with favorable recommendation and with the recommendation that it be placed on the consent calendar. Committee on Health and Human Services. After consideration on the merits, the committee recommends the following. Senate Bill 58 be amended as follows, and as so amended be referred to the Committee of the Whole with favorable recommendation. Committee on Health and Human Services. After consideration on the merits, the committee recommends the following. Senate Bill 66 be postponed indefinitely. Senate Bill Committee on Health and Human Services. After consideration on the merits, the committee recommends the following. Senate Bill 163 be amended as follows, and as so amended be referred to the Committee on Appropriations with favorable recommendation. Committee on Education. After consideration on the merits, the committee recommends the following. Senate Bill 87 be amended as follows, and as so amended be referred to the Committee of the Whole with a favorable recommendation. Committee on Education. After consideration on the merits, the committee recommends the following. Senate Bill 120 be referred favorably to the Committee on Agriculture and Natural Resources.
General orders. Second reading of bills. Senator Doherty.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move the Senate resolve itself into the Committee of the Whole for consideration of general orders, second reading of bills, consent calendar.
You've heard the motion. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, no. The motion is adopted. The Senate will resolve itself to the Committee of the Whole for consideration of General Order, second reading of the bill's consent calendar, and Senator Doherty will take the chair.
The committee will come to order. The court rule is relaxed. Will the clerk please read the titles to all the bills on the general order, second reading of bills consent calendar?
House Bill 1081 by Representatives Martinez and Soper and Senator Weissman concerning reporting statistics on restitution payments. House Bill 1050 by Representative Garcia and Senator Amabile concerning an exception to the requirement that a county with a population of 2,000 or more maintain its own county jail for a county that enters into an intergovernmental agreement for a multi-jurisdictional county jail.
Majority Leader Rodriguez.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I move for the passage of the bills on the general order, second reading of bill consent calendar, which is House Bill 1081 and House Bill 1050, and there are no committee reports.
Is there any discussion on the committee reports? The motion before the body is the adoption of all the reports to all the bills on the general order, second reading of bills consent calendar. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, no? No. The ayes have it, and the reports are adopted. Majority Leader Rodriguez.
Call my name?
Yes.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I move the committee rise and report.
I'm going to take a senatorial 5. Okay. Is there any discussion on any of the bills on the consent calendar? The motion before the body is the adoption of all the bills on the general order, second reading of bills consent calendar. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no? The ayes have it, and the bills are adopted. Majority Leader Rodriguez.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I move the committee rise and report.
The motion is for the committee to rise and report. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no? The ayes have it, and the motion is adopted. The committee will rise and report.
Senate will come to order. Senator Doherty.
Thank you, Mr. President. The committee has met and had bills under consideration. Will the clerk please read the report?
February 27, 2025. Mr. President, your Committee of the Whole begs leave to report it has had under consideration the following attached bills, being the second reading thereof, and makes the following recommendations thereon. House Bill 1081, House Bill 1050, passed on second reading and ordered revised and placed on the calendar for third reading and final passage.
Senator Doherty.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move the report.
The motion is the adoption of the Committee of the Whole report. Are there any no votes? With a vote of 31 ayes, 0 noes, 0 absent, 3 excused, and 1 vacant, the Committee of the Whole report is adopted. House Bill 1081, House Bill 1050 passed in second reading, order revised and placed on the calendar for third reading and final passage. General orders, second reading of bills. Senator Doherty.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move the Senate resolve itself into the Committee of the Whole for consideration of general orders, second reading of bills.
You've heard the motion. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, no. The ayes have it. Motion is adopted. The Senate will resolve itself in the Committee of the Whole for consideration of general order, second reading of bills, and Senator Doherty will take the chair. before you start.
The committee will come to order and the court rule is relaxed. Will the clerk please read the title to House Bill 1081? Oh, 79, sorry. Senate Bill 79.
Senate Bill 79 by Senators Rich and Roberts and Representative Taggart concerning the Colorado Vending of Digital Assets Act.
Senator Rich.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I move Senate Bill 79 and the committee report.
To the committee report.
Thank you, Madam Chair. We had three amendments in committee. One that was asked for us to do for the banks and the credit unions, one for AARP, and one for the industry. I ask for an aye vote.
Is there any discussion on the committee report? Seeing none, the motion is the adoption of the committee report. All those in favor say aye.
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 Those opposed, no. The ayes have it, and the report is adopted. To the bill. Senator Rich.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and thank you for your indulgence today, hearing Senate Bill 2579. This is the Colorado Vending of Digital Assets Act. We did take a model legislation from various states that have already passed this bill, and it requires that an owner or operator of a virtual currency kiosk disclose all material risk associated with the virtual currency before entering into a virtual currency transaction. We believe this is a good bill by requiring operators of virtual currency kiosks to disclose all material risk associated with virtual currency transactions. It ensures that customers are fully informed before making any decisions. This bill is not about keeping you from purchasing cryptocurrency. If that's your thing, that's certainly all right. But there are a lot of scams that are going on now, and a lot of people are losing their livelihood and their a lot of money. According to FBI's cryptocurrency fraud report, over 69,000 people in the United States reported falling victim to virtual currency scams, with total losses amounting to $5.6 billion across those complaints.
Senator Roberts.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Colleagues, I want to thank the good senator from Grand Junction for her leadership on this issue. It's been very interesting to learn about this issue and the virtual currency kiosks that are popping up all over the state and the country. If you don't know about this, I guarantee you that all of us have them in our districts, and that unfortunately people are being scammed and losing a significant amount of money through using these machines or being encouraged to use these machines. Many people use them for completely legitimate purposes, but this bill seeks to protect those who could enter into a scam or a fraud without them knowing, which could cause them to lose thousands and thousands of dollars. We heard heartbreaking testimony in committee, particularly senior citizens who have lost a significant amount of their life savings, thinking that they had to go to one of these kiosks and deposit thousands of dollars in order to get their identity back or to clear a warrant or a variety of other things that these criminals take advantage of seniors and other citizens on. And so what this bill does is put in some important guardrails and protections to make sure that people understand what they're doing, try to give them more transparency on what these kiosks are, and allow them to get a refund if there is proven to be fraud. We've added some important amendments in the committee, and I also have one more amendment that we've been working on since committee that I'd like to offer right now.
There is an amendment on the desk. Will the clerk please read Amendment L007?
Amendment L007, amend printed bill, page 2, after line 11, insert 2A. New customer means a customer transacting at a virtual currency kiosk
Senator
in Colorado.
Roberts.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I move L007.
Thank you. Oh, is there any discussion? Senator Roberts.
Thank you, Madam Chair. So this amendment is one that we've worked on with law enforcement as well as the industry. What it does is define what a new customer is and try to put the guardrail of a $1,000 daily limit on new customers. You have to, once you do a deposit first, you'll have to wait 7 days before you're not a new customer anymore. We think that's a good enough cooling off period for somebody to understand that they may be part of a scam. And then if not, they will not be considered a new customer anymore, and then some of the limits won't apply to them. We also took away the requirement for a printed receipt, as most of these kiosks don't have the ability to print. And so as long as they're doing a digital receipt, they'll be okay. I ask for an aye vote on L007.
Senator Henriksen.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and thank you to the sponsors for this amendment. I really appreciate this amendment because I believe that cryptocurrency done right is a legitimate currency, and it creates more options for economic activity for individuals. It creates more investment strategies, more business strategies available to them, especially when you're dealing with exchanges in an international marketplace. And as the sponsors so eloquently laid out in the introduction to this bill, it unfortunately, on the flip side of that, creates opportunities for fraud and for individuals to be taken advantage of, which I absolutely understand is what this bill seeks to address. My concern with the bill as introduced is that it goes too far in the efforts to protect those who are at risk of being taken advantage of, in that it then goes too far into creating barriers for legitimate economic transactions and opportunities for those who have cryptocurrency as an important part of their portfolio for their business or as an individual investment strategy. This amendment goes a long way at fixing that. It isn't everything that I would like to see, but it is a significant step in the right direction. I really appreciate the work the sponsors have put into L007. I'm a no without it. I will be a yes with L007, and I renew the sponsors' ask for a yes on L007.
Is there any further discussion? Seeing no further discussion, the motion is the adoption of Amendment L007. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, no. The ayes have it, and the amendment is adopted. Is there any further discussion on, to the bill? Is there any further discussion on Senate Bill 79? Seeing none, the adoption is of Senate Bill 79. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed, no. The ayes have it. Senate Bill 79 is adopted. Majority Leader Rodriguez.
No. Read the next bill.
Will the clerk please read the title to Senate Bill 141?
Senate Bill 141 by Senator Pelton-Arr and Representative Winter concerning an exemption for certain municipalities from a requirement to adopt an energy code for residential buildings.
Majority Leader Rodriguez.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I move to lay over Senate Bill 141 until Tuesday, March the 4th.
Senate Bill 141 will be laid over until Tuesday, March 4th.
The motion is to lay over Senate Bill 141. All those.
The motion is to lay over Senate Bill 144 to March 4th. All those in favor. What?
141.
Yeah, Senate Bill 141 till March 4th. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, no. The ayes have it. The Senate Bill 141 will be laid over. Will the clerk please read the title to House Bill 1029?
House Bill 1029 by Representatives Basnaker and Kipp concerning the scope of municipal authority over land that a municipality acquires that is outside its municipal limits.
Majority Leader Rodriguez.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I move to lay over House Bill 1029 until tomorrow, Friday, February 28th.
The motion is to lay over House Bill 1029 to February 28th. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, no. The ayes have it. The House Bill 1029 will be laid over until February 28th. Will the clerk please read the title to House Bill 1129?
House Bill 1129 by Representatives Ryden and Garcia and Senator Amabile concerning a peer-to-peer behavioral health services program for offenders nearing release from a correctional facility.
Senator Amabile.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I move House Bill 1129.
To the bill.
Thank you. So this is, for those of you who don't know, peer support specialists in the mental health arena are people who have lived experience, who have a mental illness themselves or a behavioral health disorder. And they are now licensed in Colorado to provide services for other people. And it's a very effective and inexpensive way to get one more tool in the toolbox of helping people who have serious mental illness and behavioral health disorders to do better. And I did give a little bit of personal color to it in the committee. I have a son who you all know has schizoaffective disorder. He also has co-occurring substance use disorder, and he has been homeless and been criminal justice involved. And he was on probation for something that he did, a crime that he committed. And we went to go get him this injectable medication called Vivitrol. And we were in the room, there were a bunch of people there, they do it like once a week, and they give you these injections. And he was scared, and he doesn't like shots. And there was another woman there, and she said, oh, it's not that bad. And I've been doing this for months, or I think she'd been doing it for over a year. And it's really helped me and made a big difference in my life. And helped him like relax and get the shot. But she also told him, I'm a peer support specialist with Mental Health Partners, and I could be your peer support specialist. And so they connected and they exchanged phone numbers, and she became his peer support specialist. And they did stuff like go to lunch or go shopping. She helped him buy a new bicycle at Walmart one day. And that was some of the best care that he got or has gotten to date. And so I'm a big fan of peer support specialists. And all this bill does is say that if you're nearing your release date, DOC can use peer support specialists as part of a program that they already have in place to help people who are getting released from prison. And they're not specifically mentioned in statute right now, and this specifically mentions the use of peer support specialists, and I would love it if you would all vote yes. Thank you.
Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, the motion before us is adoption of House Bill 1129. All those in favor say aye. All those opposed, no. The ayes have it, and the bill is adopted. Majority Leader Rodriguez.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I move the committee rise and report.
The motion before the committee is to rise and report. All those in favor say aye. Those opposed, no. The ayes have it. The committee will rise and report.
Hey, man. Hey, your voice cracking? Senate will come to order. Senator Doherty.
Thank you, Mr. President. The committee has met and had a number of bills under consideration. Will the clerk please read the report?
That's my fault.
February 27, 2025, Mr. President, your committee of the whole begs leave to report it has had under consideration the following attached bills, being the second reading thereof, and makes the following recommendations thereon. Senate Bill 79, as amended, passed on second reading and ordered engrossed and placed on the calendar for third reading and final passage. House Bill 1129, passed on second reading and ordered revised and placed on the calendar for third reading and final passage. House Bill 1029, laid over until February 28, 2025, and retaining its place on the calendar. Senate Bill 141, laid over until March 4, 2025, and retaining its place on the calendar.
Senator Doherty.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move for adoption of the report.
The motion is the adoption of the committee. Oh, you want to add her now? Before we take a vote, Mr. Schaffler, please add Senator Gonzalez to the roll. Now, the motion is the adoption of the Committee of the Whole report. Are there any no votes? With a vote of 32 ayes, 0 noes, 0 absent, 2 excused, and 1 vacant, the Committee of the Whole report is adopted. Do I have anything? Senate Bill 79 is amended, passed on second reading, order engrossed and placed on the counter for third reading and final passage. House Bill 1129 passed on second reading, order revised and placed on the counter for third reading and final passage. House Bill 1029 laid over until 2/28/2025, retaining its place on the calendar, and Senate Bill 141 laid over until 3/4/2025, retaining its place on the calendar. Signing of bills.
The President has signed House Bill 1019, 1033, 1054, House Joint Resolution 1010, House Joint Resolution 1011, House Joint Resolution 1012, House Joint Resolution 1013, House Joint Resolution 1014, House Joint Resolution 1015, House Joint Resolution 1016, House Joint Resolution 1017, House Joint Resolution 1018, House Joint Resolution 1019, House Joint Resolution 1020.
Announcements.
Senator Coleman.
Hold this with me. Thank you, Mr. President.
Boom.
I request a moment of personal privilege.
Granted.
Wow. Thank you, Mr. President. Members, the Senate of the Colorado Legislature convened in their first regular session of the 75th General Assembly hereby extends our warmest congratulations and commendation to Linda Quintanar and University of Denver Volunteers in Partnership Program. The University of Denver's DU Volunteers in Partnership Program serves to give access and opportunity to higher education for inner-city economically disadvantaged students through university high school partnerships. Along with the recognition of the program, we hereby extend the sincere commendations to Director Linda Quintanar, who has elevated capable youth through empowerment, opportunity, and support. The VIP program, along with its dedicated students and alumni, truly embodies the university's mission of being a great private institution devoted to the public good. This program is a culmination of over 20 years of a commitment to a visionary initiative that was well ahead of its time. It's a testament to the truth that these communities have never lacked talent, only the resources to fully thrive. At the heart of the program stands Linda Quintanar, a dedicated leader and pillar of strength. Born in Chihuahua, Mexico, and a proud graduate of Denver West High School, Linda has given so much to the VIP program. She and her husband are both DPS and DU alumni, and Linda's personal journey as an immigrant and first-generation student fuels her passion for increasing college access and retention for underrepresented students. Linda is a beacon of inspiration. As a mother to 4 children, with 3 attending Denver Public Schools and 1 at a university, she understands the challenges students face. She is living proof that students can be what they see. Throughout her career, Linda has been a guiding light for countless students and families, providing unwavering support during times of uncertainty. Her 25 years of service to the VIP program are a testament to her lasting impact, creating a community where students and alumni feel truly valued. We honor Linda, whose legacy will continue to shape future generations. We offer this recognition of Linda Quintanar and the DU Volunteers in Partnership Day at the Colorado State Capitol, given this 27th day of February 2025. Members, please join me in welcoming Linda and her family. Congratulations. Thank you. So you can't come into the well, but because I didn't give you any instruction, but we're gonna bring it to you. But we just want to say thank you so much for your service. You have an amazing team of people, including Angelica as well as Teray Escabel and so many other people. They helped us with this tribute. They also provided a flag that was flown over the Colorado State Capitol. And again, thank you so much, and we bring these tributes to you. Please join me again in congratulating.
Congratulations. Senator Gonzalez.
Thank you, Mr. President. I request a moment of personal privilege.
Granted.
Thank you. Colleagues, what an honor and a joy to be able today to acknowledge the young women, the leaders from Florence Crittenden here joining us today. I'd invite you all to stand and be acknowledged. So the young women who are joining us today are young mothers who are served by Florence Crittenden, an incredible nonprofit that serves teen moms and their babies in a 2-generation wraparound services model. Today, the moms are here to meet all of us, to meet each and every one of you. And they're here to share their perspectives on key issues that continually impact their lives. We were just talking about how sometimes this work can feel a little bit like watching paint dry, but the decisions that we make will have fundamental impacts on y'all's lives, and we recognize that. And so, colleagues, I ask each and every one of you to join the teen moms from Florence Crittenden today from 12 to 1 in House Committee Room 0107 in order to chat with them directly about their perspectives, about, I don't know, budget challenges, how they stretch a dollar out of 15 cents, and what insights and perspectives they could offer us as we enter some really challenging budget times. I also, colleagues, just invite you all to introduce yourselves to these incredible, remarkable women. Thank you for everything y'all do, and thank you, Mr. President, for the opportunity.
You're welcome, and thank you all for joining us. Welcome to the State Senate. Senator Snyder.
Thank you, Mr. President. I request a moment of personal privilege.
Granted.
Thank you. I'd like to welcome Woody Longmire and the school board members and teachers from District 2, specifically Sierra and Harrison schools in District 2. But more importantly, I want to welcome these 12 students over here on the floor. These students were chosen to participate in the Colorado Association of School Boards, the CASB Annual Conventions Student Leadership Strand held in Colorado Springs every year. These students who participate in the Student Leadership Strand during the convention are also invited to participate in CASB's Winter Legislative Conference and Day at the Capitol. These students are involved and engaged in several student lead programs in their schools. Help me welcome these emerging leaders to the Capitol today, please. Thank you.
Welcome to the Senate, Senator Liston.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, I ask for a moment of personal privilege.
Granted.
Thank you. Members, today we are pleased to have members of the Sunrise Republican Women. I won't introduce them individually, but they are over here on the left-hand side. And I'm also pleased, Mr. President, to introduce County Commissioner Holly Williams and her significant husband, former Secretary of State Wayne Williams. Will you please acknowledge them as well? Thank you, Mr. President.
Welcome. Welcome to the Senate. Senator Simpson.
Thank you, Mr. President. A moment of personal privilege.
Granted.
Thank you, colleagues. I'm filling in for the good senator from Commerce City who couldn't be with us today. and highlight a recognition of the exceptional work of the Colorado chapter of the National Association of Insurance and Financial Advisors and the American Council of Life Insurers. Since its founding in 1890, NAIFA and NAIFA Colorado have been a cornerstone of financial literacy, stability, and opportunity for families and businesses across our state. Its 75,000 members are the heart of our communities, helping Colorado's plan, protect their loved ones, and achieve their financial goals. They do not just provide guidance and ability, they build trust, foster relationships, and empower individuals to navigate life's uncertainties with confidence. With over 1 million clients in our state that live in every legislative district and congressional district, NAIFA Colorado members dedicate themselves to education, both for their members and the public. The American Council of Life Insurers help families plan, build, and thrive, and have done so for 175 years. ACLI delivers the protection and certainly families need for their best days and their worst days. ACLI is committed to solutions that protect all Americans regardless of where or how they work, their life stage, or the economic status of their households. In Colorado, life insurers pay out $3.7 billion each year in life insurance and annuity benefits to Colorado families. That's a little over $10 million every day. There were 1.9 million individual life insurance policies in force in Colorado in 2022, averaging $253 in death benefit protection. Colleagues, please join me in applauding NAIFA Colorado and ACLI for their leadership, service, and unwavering commitment to the people of Colorado. Thank you for all you do to make our state a better place. Thank you, Mr. President.
You are welcome. Mr. Minority Leader.
Mr. President, thank you very much. I'd like to acknowledge a couple of guests I have on the floor today. You hear me frequently come into the well and talk about how important the school children that we all seek to serve. I guess I
Would
need
you like a moment of personal privilege,
This is on the
Mr.
edge. We've got one elected, but fair enough. May I have a moment of personal privilege to make sure
Absolutely.
we're absolutely clear?
I just
Thank
really
you,
appreciate
Mr.
that.
President.
Thank you.
So we're kind of split on the rule here. I have one elected official, Amy Harborer, who is, or Amy Shandy, who is a member of the D20 school board, is here with us today. Also, a non-elected, hence the moment of personal privilege, the school superintendent at School District 20, Ginger Harborer, is with us here today. So it's the students that we all seek to work for. These folks on a daily basis at the district level work to enforce what we hope are the best possible outcomes for the students, and I would like you to acknowledge them here today. One elected, one not, so a split announcement and moment of personal privilege. Thank you very much, colleagues.
You want to do this?
Senator Pelton B.
Thank you, Mr. President. I ask for a moment of personal privilege.
Granted.
Thank you, Mr. President. He is not in the chamber today, but the Severance Police Chief is here in the Capitol. He must still be over in the lower chamber. But I would just like to recognize him for his 45 years of law enforcement and retired military. He has been a wonderful man at the Severance and really has got that police department doing a wonderful job. His name is Chief Chavez, and he has just been amazing. I got to meet him this summer and talk to him about all the wonderful things he's doing in Severance. And he actually got a start here in Adams County in Denver at the police department in Denver. So I just would like to recognize him. He is somewhere in the building. If you see him today, tell him thank you for his 45 years of service to this great state. So thank you.
Thank you, Senator Pelton B. Senator Mullica.
Thank you, Mr. President. I have an announcement, but I also would request a moment of personal privilege.
Granted.
Thank you, Mr. President. I just want to take this opportunity, members, to recognize one of the larger school districts in my district. The chair of the Board of Education is here, Lori Goldstein, in the back of the room. She's a retired teacher, also chairs our Board of Education up in Adams 12, and I would like to welcome her to the Capitol today and thank you for her service.
Senator Mulliken.
Thank you, Mr. President. Members, Senate Health and Human Services Committee will be meeting at 1:30 today in the old Supreme Court to hear the sunset of the Primary Care Repayment Reform Collaborative, as well as the Rural Alcohol and Substance Abuse Prevention and Treatment Program. We'll be hearing Senate Bill 85 and Senate Bill 78. We will be pulling off of the calendar Senate Bill 152 and 118. Look forward to seeing you there.
Thank you. Senator Danielson.
Thank you, Mr. President. Just a quick announcement that the Senate Business, Labor, and Technology Committee will be meeting 10 minutes after adjournment in the old Supreme Court chambers again. We'll be hearing one bill, House Bill 1077. Supposedly, it will be very, very quick. So thank you, folks. Have a great day. We'll see you on adjournment.
Thank you. Senator Roberts.
Thank you, Mr. President. The Agriculture and Natural Resources Committee is meeting at 1:30 this afternoon. We will have confirmations for the Colorado Tourism Office Board of Directors, and then Senate Bill 174, 176, and 128.
Thank you very much. Senator Exum.
Thank you, Mr. President. The Senate Local Government Housing Committee will not be meeting today, so you have the day off. We will see you next week. Thank you.
Senator Weissman.
Thanks, Mr. President. State Affairs will meet, let's say, 10 minutes after 10 in our usual room in 352. We have two bills on our calendar, 138 and 136. See you up there.
Very good. Any additional announcements? Members, we noticed that, everyone is really properly dressed here, and, I really appreciate when everyone's able to wear a tie or a bolo, especially the young men in the chamber. This individual came to me and let me know that they had honestly made a mistake and acknowledged that. But, I used to tell my mom when I did things that, I probably shouldn't have done. She said, great, you're still going to get a whooping. And so that being said, Senator Weissman will be fined $1, and that has been paid by both Peltons. Let's give it up for them. Yeah. That's right, breaking the urban and rural divide. Excellent. Thank you very much, Senator Weissman, for allowing us to embarrass you. Majority Leader Rodriguez.
Thank you, Mr. President. Colleagues, tomorrow, Friday, February 28th, from 8 till 9 a.m., Chief Economist Greg Sobietsky will be leading a training session for all members of the legislative community on the economic and revenue forecast. As the presentation of the March forecast nears, please consider taking the time to learn more about the factors that contribute to the forecast and its role in the state's budget process. The training is tomorrow from 8 till 9 a.m. in the House Committee Room 0112, or you may join virtually. On that, colleagues, we will be recessed.
One more announcement. Senator.
Thank you, Mr. President. A moment of personal preference.
Granted.
So if growing up as and going to Catholic grade school, high school, and then having to wear a tie every day at the post office, I see there's 69 days left. I'll give you $69 if I don't have to wear a tie the rest of the session.
What an amazing announcement. I don't quite know how to respond to that. No. Please, Mr. Majority Leader, save me.
Okay. Colleagues, we are going to recess to read bills across the desk later today, so you do not need to return. And with that, I move we recess until 10:30 a.m. today.
God help me. That is an amazing motion. You've heard the motion. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, no. The ayes have it, and the Senate will stand in recess until 10:30.